All right, well, my next guest was standing just feet from the first explosion. Dan Soleau is a manager at Marathon Sports, located at 671 Boylston Street. Welcome back to Greater Boston, Dan.
Thank you for having me, Emily.
So today was an amazing experience at the store. You had that beautiful Marathon wreath that they placed in the store window. The Martin Richard family was there, standing outside, all of them. It had to have been emotional for all of you as well.
It was. This whole past year has been just such a journey. You know, it's been like something that you see in a movie, and then it's so surreal because then you find yourself actually in it. Today was important. You know, I was very impressed with the reverence, with the dignity, and the solemnity of the whole tribute event, and then the proceedings afterwards. I think there is a lot of talk about celebrating Marathon Monday and taking back the city and taking back the event, but the tone of celebration doesn't feel quite right, and I think they got it right today.
They certainly did. I don't know what will happen next Monday. When you were here right after the bombings, it was about a month after the bombings, I asked you then how you felt about the marathon going forward, and I just want you to listen to what you told me then.
Okay. I'm inspired by the number of people who have been inspired, and the words and oaths and promises that people are making to stand by this iconic day of our city.
So you'll be there?
I will be there in some way, shape, or form.
And what have you decided to do?
I'm actually going to be running this year. The BAA was generous enough to give me a bib.
Oh.
And Marathon Sports is also managing the One Funds charity team this year as well. So it won't be just me, it'll be a group of about 55 of us. And that's how I'm going to participate this year.
Have you actually been training? I mean, it's one thing to get the bib, but you got to put the work in. You've been doing that?
I've got the work in, I think. I did my last long run last weekend, and you know, the engine is as ready as it's going to be. There's all the fuel in the tank that I can put in, and there's nothing else I can do except enjoy race day.
It's natural for you and some of the people in the store to have some trepidation, some concern about being in the same place, about attending that event. Are you all talking about that? Do you admit it to each other?
There's a group of us that are maybe a little bit more honest and open with each other, just because we were a little bit more connected on that day last year. But I think the general consensus among the whole staff is that it's a day that we have to own. You know, much like the Vice President said today, you know, it's ours to own. The finish line is ours to own. It's tough. It's not easy. You know, it's also our busiest time of year. On top of that, it's going to be extraordinarily stressful. It is extraordinarily stressful and emotional. But the staff understands. They're strong people, you know. I wouldn't have been able to get through the past 12 months without the connections and support and wonderful energy and of my coworkers. They're remarkable, and you know, I feel rewarded every day being able to work with people who are friends and family.
That's great, and I see all the energy in that store. I go by there all the time. All right, Dan Soleau, thanks so much for coming.